Alright, doing a video. Got this 95 Ford Taurus. Hasn't been well taken care of, the inside interior. I guess water had gotten inside of it, or the people who had it before had dogs or animals or something, because it has that kind of wet dog smell inside. So I cleaned it up inside, but I'm going to end up I'm taking the upholstery apart. The back seat's not too bad. I'm going to do the front ones too. You can see a little brown in the collaring. This is the upper part. And then I've got this part here. I'm going to take this off now. It's got a few cigarette burns, which this is just a work car. I need to get back and forth to work. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to go and from underneath, and you want to cut all the hog rings. You'll see them right here. You see this? And the thing is, a little tip: the hog rings that's in the seat, you can leave those there until you go put your fabric back on. That way, it'll give you an idea exactly. See, you got this right here. I cut that, and it was hooked in there. It gives you an actual something to go by where the hog rings were at one time. But you do, this one's kind of ripped right there, but you do want to take the leftover when you cut them. Take the hog rings out of this, because when you throw this in your washer, those hog rings will probably go down in those. They can make their way down into the washer and down into the pump, and you don't want that metal pieces. And some of them's rusted, like this one's rusted in there. It takes a little bit of working to get it out, but yeah, you don't want that going through your pump, a bunch of these, because all that's going to do is just scar your pump to your washer and probably cause you some problems later on down the road. So that's just a little bit of something to watch for. Just make sure you get all the hog rings out. You'll cut them in two, and that way, you'll see you'll leave the half of ones in there. It gives you an idea how this thing went together. Or you could just take you a few pictures or whatever, but I'm just going to leave them in there. From underneath, you'll have some that come in from the underneath. You can snap them from this side. There'll be a wire that runs in here, and you try not to pull that wire out of the foam, because that's what holds your fabric in from the underneath, because you'll have some right here at this seam, and that's that seam that runs across. That holds it from in here, keeps your fabric from moving around. So in this case, this is the back seat, the backrest. So I'm going to take 4 bolts loose, take this out, so the rest of it will go drop through. From what I could see, this bottom part's going to be a little bit easier. There's a lot less to deal with. Just it's all on the top, and I don't see any. There might be some from underneath, maybe right there where they seam in, but you might have some hog rings when you go to start pulling it off. Wherever there's a big deep seam, that's where you might have a hog ring or two. Usually it'll be like right in here. It'll be a cross one. So I'm gonna take all this off, throw them in the washer. Eventually I'm gonna do my front seats too. But I'm going to do the rear now, because the back seat's already out where I had to change the struts and stuff. So stay tuned.